So, coming to you guys with some breaking news. Tim Westwood is being accused of some disgusting behavior by 7 women who have come forward to tell their story. Hey guys, it's Morali. Hope you guys are all doing well today. Back at it again. It is daily and consistent content, guys. Let's get straight into this video. Trigger warning put in place. There are a lot of sensitive topics discussed. For those of you who are from London, let me just read you this whole video because the way my battery is about to die, and this video is not going to be short. Yeah, so for those of you from London, from the UK, you know that these type of stories have been lingering around for the past, I don't know what, 15, 10 years. People have been speaking about Tim Westwood and his wayward behaviors, his awkward behaviors, the way he's been preying on people in a very weird way. This man is touching 70, but you'll see him with people who are young as 20, and it's just very bizarre, and it's continuous, it's part of his career. Everyone has been speaking up about it, literally everybody. This is not new news, but this has all come out now via main articles, and women have come forth and their stories have been collected. 7 as of right now, but I'm sure there's many more, guys. Many more. The women, 7, who are all black, decided to tell their stories in the aftermath of anonymous allegations. In a statement at the time, Westwood has denied any wrongdoing. The Guardian and BBC, which has released a documentary about the story, have since spoken to 7 women who make a range of separate allegations about the DJ's conduct. Some of the women say they felt unable to talk about their experiences before. They feared their accounts would not be taken seriously. 3 of the women have accused Westwood of opportunistic and predatory behavior when they agreed to meet him, thinking they were discussing their music. They were only 17 and 19 and 20 at the time. Whew. Okay. There's many of these. I'm going to just run through them quite quickly. One of them is Isabel, who was 19 and obviously went to meet with Westwood as well. Isabel says they managed to give the CD to Westwood, and of course she was excited because he was somebody who was linked everywhere. She says a few days later, she took the train to London for an afternoon meeting, met Westwood at Oxford Circus, where he picked her up in the car. Isabel says a complete assumption was that they were going somewhere to talk about music. But she said that when the journey lasted longer than she expected and her surroundings became unfamiliar, she started to become anxious. He began to undo his trousers as well in the car. Wow. It was then in his flat where, he was completely nude in front of her. She was very uncomfortable and wanted to leave. He started wearing condoms on, but she wanted to go. She said that Westwood initiated sex, and although she did not vocalize her misgivings, she was absolutely frozen. I mean, as you would be. And then Isabel says Westwood then left the room. Listen, you might lock this man up, guys. And this is just one story. One story. One woman who goes by the name of Pamela, who's now in her 40s. Pamela was 20 when she says she first met the DJ. It was 2000, and she was active in the youth rap scene. She said that she says he reassured her mother on the phone, and Pamela traveled to London to meet him for work experience. Pamela says she had expected to stay on her own in a hotel, although this had not been discussed, and instead she says he drove her to what she understood to be his flat. After some hours, the DJ sat next to her and tried to kiss her neck and remove her items of clothes. She says, adding that she moved away trying to replace them. She says then Westwood tried to initiate sex as well. Wow. And how she was thinking about how she's so uncomfortable and alone in the situation. That was the second person. She said that it was disgusting. Tamara says she first met Westwood when she was only 17. She says when she asked if she wanted to hang out, she thought it would be to talk about their career. Within the recording industry and the black community, despite him being a white man, he had absolute power. But Tamara says that once they were in a flat she believes was his, without saying anything, he pulled down her trousers and underwear. She claims he then began performing. Wow. Wait, what? Tamara says that once they were in a flat she believes was his, without saying anything, he pulled down her stuff. There was no talking, there was no kind of communication about that. It was just before I knew that is what was happening. Tamara says she was then taken aback at first, tried to push his head and shoulders away, and I then realized, you know what, I'm in a position where it's already gone too far. I'm already far from home. I wouldn't even know how to leave this particular place. Wow. Farah is another girl as well. She was 19 when she met him. After she met him then in his mid-40s, she says that when the event finished, the street team gathered to take a photograph with the DJ, but as it was being taken, he put his hand inside her shirt. Claire, 2 women alleged they were done stuff in 2009 in the summer. Then 20 went to a nightclub in Ayia Napa. The DJ had been playing, and she says she queued to take a photograph with him after set. But then, of course, she claims Westwood said, "Let me grab that stuff." Loretta is another girl. Later in the year before Christmas, Loretta says she almost posed for a photograph with the DJ. And then in that moment, the 19-year-old said she felt the DJ's hand go down right her back, and she was absolutely frozen. Nyla is another girl as well. She met him 9 years ago in 2017. She was 22, he was 59. What the hell? She says he got his security to ask her on stage, and then when she did, he used the microphone to declare her the pengest girl in the rave. At the end of the night, she says her friend wanted to video the DJ whilst the pair posted. Nyla says Westwood moved his hand down her back and up the back of her skirt, and she couldn't really do anything to prevent it, but she felt absolutely frozen. These are just 7 women, guys, that have come forth about this man and the stuff that he's been doing. And the fact that you're 59 doing stuff for 22-year-olds, but none of this is new news to me. I don't know why it's being brought up now. I'm glad that it is. But, he's been doing stuff like this. Always at events, you would probably see him with somebody who's far younger and which look very weird and predatory and controlling. He's continuously abused his power with so many women. This is probably 7 of just hundreds, probably hundreds out there. This is not new news. Like, for those of you who know, then you know that this man has been doing this for a very long time. You've always had some kind of story from somebody, or you've seen something that looks a bit awkward. Like, you've seen it all. And now women are coming out, speaking out collectively in numbers. 7 women have spoken out, and I assume the numbers are going to climb. And this could gain, of course, interaction and publicity. And I feel like this could be a huge case in the UK. I think it has potential to do so, because I feel like, with the stuff that he's been doing, the man needs to be locked up. He's denied all claims, as he would, but, with proof, I don't know, would there need to be proof in this case? I mean, I definitely believe the woman, but in terms of the courts, would there need to be proof? I don't know, to be honest with you, because they might want to ask for it, and back in the day, people didn't really do anything of that nature that is filmed. Anyways, not new news to me. I'm sure you guys have heard of this stuff as well. Tim Westwood is somebody who's very controlling. And, why are you in your 60s, 50s meeting people in their 20s? How he got them to hit their flats as well. Very conniving behavior. Uses his position of, oh, look, I'm a musician. Look at me. I've got all this power, this connect. Jay-Z's come to one of my shows before. I used to run everything back in the 90s and stuff. Therefore, if I want to get these girls, I will convince them of XYZ. We've seen these narratives and these stories. A lot of men like to do this in the industry, where they will use their power. And also, we need to speak about BBC and how they foster and create and grow this type of environment continuously, because this is not the first person affiliated with BBC that has come under these harsh allegations. I'm not victim blaming, of course it's the men's fault, but the environments they foster I find to be very interesting. And also the other men that know that this has been happening to girls, but don't say anything and turn a blind eye and let it fall on deaf ears because they want to advance their careers via Tim Westwood. All of you are shameful as well. All of you are shameful, because there's also a lot of men out here that are enablers, and these are and normally it's your friends and stuff like that. They want to come to the socials and talk, hold the biggest flag of, look at me, look at how progressive I am, look how much of a helper I am, I'm an ally, I'm this, I'm that, I'm whatever, but they don't check their friends. They don't care about what their friends do. More times it's their friends that are doing everything that they are against publicly. And I feel like the same scenario with Tim Westwood, where people have turned a blind eye, friends turn a blind eye because they don't care about it as well. And I also do feel like because these are black women as well, black and brown girls would get way less media attention in the UK. If these were 7 to 8 to 9, 10 white women, I do think that this would have gotten bigger energy before than it does now. Not to say that if white women, if this happens to them, that is there's no urgency, because sometimes there is an urgency as well. But I just think that also is a key component to this video and needs to be added to it. Let me know your thoughts are, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Maybe you guys even have your own stories, because this man is all over the UK and London, guys. Subscribe, click that button, and I'll catch you guys soon for another video.